Well, hello, Roadsters. So we've been promising it for about a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. We're to the hide room. I'm going to have Michelle just give a quick scan of where we are on the wall. This is the hide room. When we opened the store 4 years ago, this was one of the marquee places in the store where we have this ladder that moves and where we show the beautiful cow hides. So we've taken and marked them anywhere from 40 to probably 60, 70 even percent on some of them. Anywhere from a couple $100 off of our retails to well over 1,000 and 1,200 off of some of the big ones. So there's some really great values. If you've seen our cowhide collection in person, you know that we're very picky about the hides that we select and that go into the collection. And they're the premium of premiums. These are Brazilian cowhides. They're the best quality, best colored hides that are on the planet. Best sources to buy from, and we have a couple of awesome sources that we buy from. So this is a curated, literally, hide collection of the last year. We bought many of them to be made into bags. Right now we're on a bag moratorium at this point, and so a lot of these bags that were hides rather that were flagged for bags, we're going to go ahead and sell at hides, which is awesome for us because they're beautiful statement pieces to go into your home. These are pieces that when we go to cut them, sometimes we even hesitate cutting because they're so pretty. So they're like an art piece. These hides can be used, primarily they're used as hides on a floor, so as a floor covering. One of the most hygienic, easy to care rugs you'll ever have in your home. You can just lightly sweep it off, you can take it outside and shake it, you can take a light vacuum, and you can vacuum it very easily as well. If you spill a glass of wine on it, just wipe it off. If your dog happens to have an accident on one, just wipe it off and give it a little bit of vinegar and water combination. 1 part of vinegar to 2 parts of water. Give it a little bit of that just to get rid of smell, and it's good as gold. Hides are going to repel most water and moisture if you dump it on there. And there's no time limit to get it off, just get it off as soon as you can. All right? The other thing you can use a cowhide for is a wall, adornment or a wall statement piece. You can put it over a banister if you have a beautiful banister in your upstairs, something going into your lower level, wherever you got a cute, cool banister. A lot of our clients have put them onto sofas. After the show tonight, actually, I'll post them from home. I'm going to post you a lot of pictures of ideas of where you can put hides in your home and how you can do it. Just pulling some photos off of the internet in beautiful settings of some of our clients that have bought them, as well as some others that we just are going to pull. We have, I don't know, how many hides? A bunch.
36 or 7?
36 or 37 hides. So the majority of the collection, we have, I would say, 7/8 of the collection we're going to go ahead and run through today. They're all going to be numbered. We're going to give you a size range on it, and we're going to give you what our price is today on it. If you want one, put sold and put the number. And take a quick snapshot of it if you want, just to secure that we get the right one pulled for you. You'll notice that we take, when we go through the sales and assign to who is getting them and who's won them, it'll be from the top of our feed down. Don't direct message me on this one because I can't tell where you fall into the feed. Go ahead and just put sold and we'll know it's your name. You don't have to give us your email or anything at that point. We can connect back with you. Just put sold and then and the number, and then we'll assign that one right to your invoice when we go ahead and invoice tonight or tomorrow morning. So with that, let me think if there's anything else. That's it. Let's head into hide number 1, which is a beautiful tricolor. It's got a beautiful dorsal down the center. The tricolor is relevant to the 3 colors. You've got brown, white, and black, and then actually it's almost a quad color because you've got this beautiful dorsal in that deep mahogany burgundy. The size on this hide is 5 foot 9 inches wide, and it's 7 foot long. Okay. This one was regularly $750. It's $350. Great buy on that one. All right. Going into hide number 2 is a lighter colored hide. So this one is a beautiful caramel color, and this one is hide number 2. Okay. I'm going to give signs here. Number 2, so you can relate with it which one it is. This one is 7 1/4 feet by 7 foot. And this one is $250. $250 is our bottom price on any of the hides today. There won't be any below $250. $250 is running very low. Those of you who've seen the collection know we never go that low, but we are going low. All right? Hide number 3, this is number 3, is a gorgeous, being the taupe and whites. This one is a real contemporary kind of a hide, and you've got some really cool markings through here, some striation that goes horizontal, but the beautiful dorsal stripe with the white and the speckled down through here, and then on the angles, on the edges. So these, if you have a dark floor, much like our floor, that white is gonna help pop it off of the floor. It's got almost into blacks up here. Taupe hides are hard to come by. It's more of an unusual hide. So this one, regularly $575, is now $350. Okay, hide number 4. Tammy, do you want to move down? Yeah. Okay. I'll pull it till you get there. Hide number 4 is 7 foot 5 inches by 5 foot, about 5.5. And this hide is a gorgeous, very unique hide. You know, it almost looks like a painting. What would have ever, you know, in genetics made that to happen, where the white superseded the dorsal that was happening? But a really unique hide. If you want to make that in a painting and think about it, you have to think long and hard. So it's got the beautiful golden honey color through the middle, and then the really block printed hide here. And this one is $550. That's hide number 4. Hide number 5 is 7.4 feet by 5, almost 6 foot. So 7.5 feet by almost 6 foot. You can get the exact measurements when Cindy posts it. This one, another taupe one with a little bit darker through the door. So you've got black in here, it's popping the white off. On a floor, this is gonna be stunning. We're gonna have individual pictures of each of these as well that you can see. And if you need us tomorrow to circle back and put one on the floor for you, we'll be happy to do that. This hide number 5 is $450. Okay, this is a full-on black and white color block. Hard hide to find, I will assure you that, for 2 reasons. One is, typically when you find a white hide, it's yellowed, and from the cow laying, you know, in its own dung. So when you find a white hide, it's very unusual, and those are the only ones we'll buy. We won't buy one that has the darker color. This is 7 foot by 8 foot. I'm on number 6, right, Sin?
Yes, you are.
Okay, 7 foot by 8 foot, and this one is $425. Great buy on that hide.
Let's hear it for the helpers.
Yeah, they're working too. They'll be hot by the time we're through this. So good job.
Pizza for them.
Yep, that's for sure. So number 7 is an 8 foot by 7.5. Cindy's giving them pizza.
Right.
It's 8 foot by 7.5, and this one is a beautiful, really pretty caramel color with whites. It's got some darker brown down in here. It's actually quite a sizable hide with 8 foot by almost 8 foot. Really a nice stretch. It's going to go on a lighter floor or a darker floor. If you have oaks or if you have maple, if you have a darker wood floor like we do, any color is going to go nicely with that. That one is regularly $12.50, $5.75, so less than half on that one. That's a great price. Did I tell you we're serious about selling hides today? Because we're ordering more. All right, hide number 8. We've got to help our U.S.-based hide wholesalers as well. This is a little smaller. This is 7 foot by 6, a little over 6 foot. And this one is a classic brindle, but in a taupe and white. So classic meaning the style. The color, though, a little more unusual because the taupes and then this real strong white that runs down through here. You'll see it pops out at the edges too, which again, it's going to pull it off the floor. Our floor really kind of matches this, but because of the white, it will pop it up. So very pretty. This one is, I'm going to show you a pillow real quick with it too, just to show you how you can offset. Can you grab it? Can you? Here and here. See how pretty that is, just in neutrals. You could also pop white against it, and it would be just as beautiful. So that one is regular $9.50, is now $4.50. All right, hide number 9 is a beautiful caramel and white tone as well. That's 7.5 foot by a little over 6 foot. It's a great average size. It's not too big of a hide, not too small. Really warm tones. It would be beautiful and to warm up any room. Now the thing with hides too, what you'll find is when you put it into a room, the whole room comes together. There's a difference between setting a symmetrical, geometric shaped rug, which would be a classic rug in a room, where you have to center your room and center the furniture on it, to a hide. So hide, you can bleed off one corner, a back corner, a front corner, it doesn't matter. You can move it a lot of ways and it's going to change every time you move it. If you're leading into the room from this end or you're leading from that end, there's a very, very big shift that'll happen in your room. So you want to play a hide once you get it in your room a lot of ways. You'll also see this one has a number of brands on it. We got the AD and a JM. So two different ranches took pride in that one. And that one is regularly $9.50. It is $4.50. All right, this one is pretty good sized hide. This is almost 7 foot by a little over 7 foot. So 7 by 7 on average. Really beautiful, again, browns, whites in that salt and pepper kind of a feel, a little stronger dark on the dorsal stripe. And this one is regularly $5.95. We've got it at $3.50. That's a great price on that hide and nice sized hide. Good value. Oh, this is kind of a fun favorite one. I love that when we get into this kind of a, it's like a, I think this one is a longhorn, I'm not sure. And somebody online is going to go, no, it's not Paula, it's one of the other 353 hides. But
Jeez.
I think it could be a longhorn.
Could be.
So it's got the brown, well, I went to look them all up and learn them when we first started doing this, and there's 350, and sometimes it's just the length of their hair on the back of their neck, or how big they are, or whether they have little horns or big horns. So nonetheless, a cow, or yes, definitely a cow hide, right?
Yeah.
Bella just said you really don't need to say all that. All right, moving on. Number 11. Leave it. If it's not Michelle keeping me in line, it's Bella. Or Cindy.
We've got sideline producers.
Well, we got everybody. Everybody's a part of this whole deal, believe me. So this is a little over 6.5 by a little over 6, and that one was $12.50. It's now $7.50. That was number 11. Number 12 is 6 foot 3 inches by 7 foot 3 inches. It's classic black and white color block. Beautiful. This will dominate a room. You could put this in a very contemporary space. It could be in a glass and brass and glass and metal room and open windows and white walls, and you put this in and it would go, wow, it would pull it all together. So this one is regularly $5.25 and it's now $3.75. Great buy on that one. Number 13 is 7.5 feet by about 6.5 feet. And this one of my favorite hides actually that I've ever bought, because the strength of the white and how pure and dominant bright white it is, and then how that dorsal goes tip to tip. It's just a stunning piece. There's some beautiful salt and pepper edging around here. Would make a beautiful bag. And once we get back into bag production, if this piece is still here, it's getting cut, and then this will be the center parts of the bag. But for now, it's really a beautiful hide. Regularly $8.50 and it is $6.50. Number 14, this is hide 14. This one is a big hide. Again, this is almost 8 foot by 6.5 foot. So length this way, 8 foot. Yes, by 6.5 this way. So really a good sized hide. This one is that light tan, kind of a dun type brindle. In terms of color, it's a light tan, light caramel, and it has striations of black flecked through it. This one's regularly $1,500. It's $7.50 now. Number 15 is a 6 foot 4 inch by 7 foot. Again, another one of my favorites because it's so unusual. This would really be a conversation piece, a focal piece in your room. If you put just a little bit of this color either up into an accessory, a pillow, it could be a wall hanging, some kind of a picture or a piece of art. What'll happen is it'll bring that element from the room, another element from the room to the floor, and the whole room ties together really beautifully. So it's black and white, and then that beautiful dorsal. This one is that number 15, Bella?
Yeah.
Number 15 is regularly $7.50. We've got it $4.50. Great price on that one. I'm saying great prices on these because they really are. These are not your average hides. Michelle and I were in a show in Kansas City, and there was a vendor there who sells hides, but they're mostly $250 and $350 hides, and they're yellow stained. They're not good. Okay. And we brought this collection, so we had $600, $700, $800, $900 hides. And people were going over to buy one of those and coming back and going, nope, I want this one because it's so much better. Those are the quality of hides we buy. We're buying the top end tier of what we can find. Number 16 is a big, big hide. This is 6.8 feet long by 7.25. And this one is really a dark, dark neutral. It's got some pops of taupe, and it's got some beautiful, what would be like more of a rust or copper color through here. And this one is regularly $5.25 for $3.50. Nice size hide for that price. Okay, another black and white. Really a very cool piece. And this one, Bella, is number 17? Okay, 17. 6 foot 5 inches, so 6.5 foot by about 6.5 foot. So it's almost on a square. Again, these are not, they look big and they are big, but they're not so big for any room. These will fit pretty much into your smallest room, and then they'll also fit into a big room in a section of your room. There's some that are very, very large. This is on the side, I would say, of a little bit small to medium size. And this one is regularly $6.50. It is $3.25. Great price. Here is a classic brindle, and this is number 18. Number 18, one of the prettiest brindles that we bought. We have a couple in the collection. We got lucky this last run through going in from November till January when I found these, and found a number of them like this. Usually I'll find 1 or 2 a year, and I found 5 or 6 or 7 of them. Really beautiful pieces, specimen pieces, in the beautiful off-whites, whites, blacks, and then muted browns and taupes all the way through here. So it's a myriad. This could go into a very, very contemporary home, really contemporary, or it could go into just a room that you wanted to lighten and brighten a bit. This one's regularly $1,500, and it's $7.50 now. 8.25 feet by almost 6.5. That's number 18. Okay, another favorite. We get into the black and white hides. These are favorites. They're hard to find as well. They're really beautiful ones. This is number 19, and it's 8.5 feet by about almost 8 feet. 8.5 by 8. You can see the width on it. It's big. It's touching the floor, so up to down, almost in that 9-foot range. Really a massive hide, and it's in the black and white salt and pepper. It's got a tiny little bit of that brown, which that's out of all the hide, I love that most about it because it's a recessive color. So if you pull that color into your room, you're going to have a stunning, stunning look. And that one is regularly $17.50. It's on sale right now and special for $8.50.
Wait, I feel like that's
We're going backwards now, though. Okay, this is hide number 20. Are we on soon?
Yes, correct.
Okay, hide number 20. This one is a little over 7 foot by 8 foot. Pretty good sized hide. Again, here you see this popping up. And, you know, if we only had one, it would be super unusual. But I'm telling you, we've had 3 or 4 now. It's still super unusual. We don't find these. We can tell you in the 4 years that we've carried these, we've maybe had 1. So we just kind of hit the jackpot last year. We hit the hot hides. I was buying, at one point I was buying 3 and 4 hides a day from a particular vendor who kept bringing them to me. And we kept buying because they were just all that good. Here you see in here, if the camera will pick it up, it's a dapple that's underneath the white. So it's got a lot of texture and a lot of interest there, here, down here. I don't know if it'll pick it up down here or not, but really cool in the spots there. It just adds yet another incredible element to the beauty and the texture. You've got some longer fur up in here, which adds a great textural interest. You could pop red against that, tans, browns. You could put all kinds of color against it. You could pop something like that with it, and it would be beautiful. That's going to be kind of almost chameleon-like in terms of what you can do with it. Here's another one. Would be awesome. And yet even another one in a fur piece. All of those are beautiful. That kind of a hide is just very, very easy to have in your home. That one is 7 foot, a little over 7 foot by 8 foot. It's regularly $7.50, $4.25 right now. This one is a bleached hide. It's the only one I have in stock that I have left. but this pattern has actually been bleached into this hide. It came out incredible. Fell in love with it the minute that I found it. I love how the white contrasts. The bleaching part is the part that's here. So much like how you go to the salon and get your hair lighted or highlighted or bleached in old years. Now you can't do that. For cows, I don't know if we're still bleaching. They're probably not getting to bleach either.
If they're on the show ring, they probably get some kind of.
Well, they might, except there's no show ring now. So this is a one of a kind, truly.
That's true.
Yeah, because bleaching is not good for right, or it's not available for right now.
No.
So number 21 is 6 foot 10 inches by 8. It's a good sized hide. Regularly $475, now $395. Here's another lighter colored. Might be a little close, but that's okay. That one is, can you get to it?
Yep.
Okay, caramel in a white color, and it's got some dark elements to the bottom here. There's also a brand in this one here, and there's a brand over here. Really just a warm, beautiful, pretty hide. This one is number
22.
22. It's 7.8 feet long by 6.5 feet wide. And this regularly $750 is now $575. That's number 22. Number 23 is a little over 7 foot by about 7.5 feet. And this one has, similar to the one down here, but it doesn't have the dorsal all the way through. So it's like the smaller sister to the one down to the left where we were down here. And it's got a partial, but look at the white again. The white is beautiful on it. The dorsal is strong. And so it's classically got that tricolor color in terms of black, the beautiful deep, deep, deep rich brown, and then the white. And that one is $475, right? 23 cents?
Yes.
Okay. All right, number 24 is a black and white. Love this piece. It's also got a brand down here. It's salt and pepper, but it's got an incredible amount of color, just with simply the pattern in it. The pattern is what you would call powerful. That's going to make a statement. It's also got an incredible sheen to it. Some of them have, it's just like a puppy. They're going to have more gloss to their coat depending on what they ate. And so this one actually has a really, really high sheen. Some of the hides will come through, they're just like silk. They're so incredibly like a gloss. And this one does tend to have some of that. That one's regularly $12.50. It's now $6.50. Great price on that black and white. This one is in gorgeous. I love the center. Tempted to take that and just pop it into a bag because it would be stunning. This right here is, when you see it in person, it's just like a starburst. Very, very pretty, strong outer white boundaries. You could do that again on an oak floor, maple, a darker floor, mahogany. Anything is going to be beautiful. This would be very pretty off of the back of a white sofa, a dark leather sofa. A lot of different options with that. You got some black playing in up there. Just really pretty. This one is 8 foot by 6.5 foot. Regularly $9.50, now $5.95. Number 26 is one of those awesome brindles I told you about earlier that we normally don't see many of, and we happen to get lucky and find some gorgeous. This one is extraordinary. It's got the taupe, black, real strong white, off-whites. Again, it'd be killer in a room. You could go contemporary, or you could go very down to earth. You can do these hides in a Victorian, a cottage, a high-rise in New York. You can do them in any home setting. You're seeing a ton of it in home decor, used in so many different ways. You can take and cut them and use them for upholstery on furniture as well. So there's lots and lots of options. If you go to cut it for upholstery, you too will feel the pain we have when we cut it for a bag, though. All right, that was number 26. It's regularly $17.50, now $8.50. There's another in that whole brindle feel. Really a warm toned one. This one is number 27, and it is 6 foot 3 inches by 7 foot 3 feet by 6 foot 6 3/4 feet. So a little over 7 by almost 7. All right. And again, the exact measurements of these will be on the site. This one is beautiful. A lot of white. You've got the caramels and blacks, and just a great light colored neutral. You could put this in a sunroom and it would be beautiful. It could be in a brightened foyer area, kitchen, living room that you wanted to bright up. It's regularly $8.50, is now $5.25. That's number 27.
There's one.
What's that? Oh, and it has a.
It has
Oh, okay, that one. Oh, that's a little bit of a flaw, honey. Yeah, is what it is. So that one has, it wasn't cut through, but there must have been a bare spot. So that one has a titch of a patch there. It blends pretty well. Michelle can come up and show it closer.
That's as close as I can get.
We can send you a close up on it if you wanted to.
Oh.
Okay? This one's a furry. We love the little furries. We did some bags in these. Actually, we have a bag right now in our traveler collection. That you're almost tall enough, Bella. This is a little hide. This one is only 5 3/4 feet by about a little over 5 1/2. So if you have a small space that you want a little sweet piece, or off the back of a sofa, over an ottoman, in your bedroom floor, just to cover a little space, it would be a perfect one. It's got great color. It's a tricolor. You got the brown, the black, and the white. Beautiful, beautiful, nice little dorsal. And this one's regularly $475. It'll be $325. This one is a red and white. We haven't seen any red and whites. I don't buy a lot of them. I don't usually find ones that I love, but I did love this one. The color on it was incredibly strong on the top. It's got a little bit longer fur up to the front, the top end of the hide there. Really beautiful. Here, look at the dorsal that goes through the dorsal. So love that. Look at down here, the texture and detail of it. It's a beautiful, really beautiful colored hide. This is a little under 7 1/2 by a little over 7 foot, and it has a brand as well. What number is this?
30?
No, this is 29. So this is $450, right? Did I double dip on 20?
So there, you're on 30, and that should be
We have a glitch then. Hang on.
2,500 or 1,250.
No, that one's not 2,500. The next one is regularly. Let's take this one out of play. We'll come back to that one, but
What number should that, or what should that one be?
it's CHSP 14, which is number 29.
All right, so it's only $295. You sure?
Yep. Well, I think, and this is CH255. We got off by a number.
All right.
We'll have to come back. I'll make sure we're started correctly.
Let's
on
read
this,
from
so
the labels going forward,
Yep.
and then we'll know.
we may need to revisit that last little group in terms of pricing. So sorry about that. But
Edits
we'll
on
get it right.
29 and 30,
Yeah, we'll get it right.
possibly.
Okay, this is, yes, okay, this one is 7 1/2 feet by about 7.2 feet, gorgeous black and white. This one is CH99, number 30. The regular price on this was $2,500. It is now $1,250. That's a mammoth hide. Very big, very beautiful. It's got width is what it has. Really, really beautiful. That would be awesome in a room. It's got this sweet little swirl here in the middle in the black and white. Very, very pretty. All right, that was number 30. And this one is just flat out awesome. This is a dyed hide, so it has that beautiful zebra print. This one is not correct. Do I have a wrong list?
I don't know what you do. This looks like 31,
Okay.
2,500, now 1,250.
I see where the glitch is. Okay. And if I have a wrong list, I did it, so it is my fault.
It's
No, I got it here. Okay, this one is 7 foot 10 inches by 6 foot 7 inches.
for the zebra.
For the zebra, yep.
Okay.
Number 31, and that's CH251, that is correct. So this one is $2,500. Regular, we've actually sold similar ones to this. Pulled it out a second, Bella. This one is now $1,250. We've cut many a bag out of that kind of a hide, both that one and the acid stain zebra that we do. This is one of the prettiest in that light tan, off-white, and black combination. Really, really magnificent, and would totally convert and shift any room into just an awesome centerpiece. All right, number 32. Number 32 is a smaller hide, and this one is in that taupe, that lighter taupe color. It's 6 1/2 by almost 6. This one is regularly $525, and this one is, I did get the wrong copy, it was mine, because I did edits off of these. So this one, let's go to 75 on this one. We'll give you a deal on that one, because I don't have my price
How
worked
much?
in there. $275 on it.
On number 32,
On number 32.
you want 275.
Oh, actually, I wrote 250 on it. Let's go 250.
250?
Yep.
250 on number 32.
250.
All right.
All right? You okay? You all right? Okay. And number 33 is 6 foot 4 inches by 7 foot 2 inches. This one is regularly $475. We're going to do it at $395. That's a beautiful hide. I think we had it priced really reasonable out of the gate. It's got some gorgeous darker caramel through here, black, and then you get into the lighter colors. A little smaller scale piece, so it's 6 foot by 7 foot 4 inches. And that must be a long width through here. But really a beautiful piece at $395. And this should be, sure, number 30. That was 33. Like that. Last one is $3.75. Is that what you had? Number 33.
No, I have. Edit. Yeah, $3.75 on number 33.
Yep. Okay, and this is number 34.
Okay, which I posted out of order. Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
34 is 6 foot by 7 foot 4 inches. It's regularly $4.75. This one's wrong. It is not regular $4.75. This one is actually let's go $4.75 on it since I've got it. It was regularly $6.50. So let's go $4.75 on it. And it's a beautiful black and white, and it's got again the beautiful lighter brown tan dorsal stripe on it. And again, that one is 6 foot by 7 foot 4 inches.
And what is the final price on that one?
Final price now with $4.75, and that's CHSP 13.
Okay,
Got it?
I'll have to edit that one.
Okay.
Okay.
What number was that?
Yep, that was 34. This should be 35. We had a hiccup somewhere along there. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, we'll post better info
We'll
at
get
the
it.
end.
Yeah. So this is number 35. Cindy is CH 276, and this is 6 3/4 foot by almost 7 foot. It's regularly $8.50. I love this color. I've never seen a hide like this where it just almost pockets little bits of color. And just almost a delicate kind of a look with the beautiful white. It's a very feminine kind of a hide. It would fit beautifully into a room where you're picking up accents in this beautiful caramel color.
It's like a dapple.
It kind of is,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. But
That's
I usually think of dapple gray, but it's like a dapple.
Mm-hmm. Palomino.
Yeah. Yep, it is. And that one is again number 35.
Yep.
It is regularly $8.50. We have it at $5.25.
Right.
Okay. And all right, that was 35. Number 36 is a little bit smaller. It's in that beautiful taupe and white. Again, that real kind of nice contemporary feel. This one is 6 foot 6 inches by 7 foot 6 inches. Regularly $4.95, but we have it in special at $2.75. It's a great, great price. This is $2.95. We'll go $2.75 since that's what's on my sheet. $2.75 right there is a beautiful piece, and that one has a beautiful white on the outside as well. Nice dorsal down through the center, and a little bit smaller scale hide. Beautiful piece. That's number 36. Number 37. Bells, can you come out this way? On that way. There we go. Perfect. Big hide. This one is 7 foot 3 inches by 8 foot 3 inches. It's black and white. It's got some of that deep mahogany down the middle. Look at the modeling here, and the grays and the white and the black, and how that whole combination. I'm not sure the camera will pick it up, but it's really a stunning hide. Really a showpiece, masterpiece. Got a high shine. You can see it from the top up there, how the shine is kicking off of it. And then again, that mahogany stripe that goes for a couple feet right through the middle. That one is regularly $1,500, and we have it at $950. So that's the wrap up of the cowhide specials, and hope you enjoyed that. There's all kinds of options with hides, where you can use them, what you can do with them. We've carried them for as long as the store's been open, which is almost 4 years now, a little over 3.5 years, and we've sold tons of them to people all across the country. This is one of our most common shipped things. When people come to visit Cedar Falls and land in our store, we end up shipping cowhides, sometimes 2 and 3 at a time. to homes on the East Coast, West Coast, Canada, South, kind of all over. So you can do it in any home. You don't have to have a certain kind of a home. It's not just a Western home. Matter of fact, Western is where it started back in the day. There's homes in Texas that have them in every room. I've been there, I've seen them, it's awesome. And of course that's where it originated because of cattle country and an abundant amount of hides, at the end of the year. But it certainly has expanded from there into so many beautiful colors that are collected from cows, throughout the world. These, again, like I said, are all Brazilian hides. It's where they come from. It's where they're tan. Some of the best hides in the world for home decor is our experience with it. The hides are supple. They're awesome. You don't need a pad on the floor with them. They have their own weighted weight, so they'll kind of stay in one place. And there's a whole bunch of ways you can use them in your home. And even when we play with them in the store with people and show them the different ways, they're blown away by how much versatility. And once you get this, if we were to take and put everyone on the floor, you would go, oh my gosh. But we like using the wall because you can see scale of how big they are and get a sense of all of the color. But trust me, when you get on your floor, 10 times even better, or your sofa, wherever you're going to put it. I think you'll find it's a really awesome piece. So that's it. That's part one of our home interiors. We're going to have some more things tomorrow, possibly our pillow collection. I think we're going to go to next because we have a new pillow designer who's going to be doing some awesome pillows for us. So we need to make room. So we need to, we've done the run on the ones we have. We're going to clear those out and offer them up to you at some great prices. Let's plan on tomorrow. How's that sound? Hope you enjoyed the hide show. And if you have any questions, give us a call. We'll be happy to answer them at the store. Or just send us a note. We'll get back to you. Have a great evening, friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Peace and light.